Theater is.
Theater is.
Theater is.
Theater is.
Theater is.
Theater is. Theater is the breaking down of emotional walls built up by individuals.
Theater is the ability to express yourself in the most raw form.
Theater is letting your true soul take flight through freedom from inhibition. Theater is. Theater is.
Love.
Passion.
In pain.
Wildly misunderstood.
Holy.
Mysterious. Whenever I talk to my friends about theater, all I hear is their favorite musical or the latest song they've added to their rep book. I try to bring up a new play I've read or watched, but I just get a blank stare. I hope that educational theater can advance to provide more diverse and contemporary plays to students, so there is a balanced appreciation of both plays and musicals on and off Broadway.
Theater to me is what helps me feel happy.
A place where you can be yourself and have fun and be silly and make new friends.
My favorite plays are often ones that center around people and their lives, that make you laugh and cry, almost at the same time. Because it isn't one genre, comedy or tragedy. What theater means in my life is bringing truth into every performance and seeing and understanding the reality in each show I watch.
I can always read my favorite play, and that, my closest friends and inspiring directors, can cure even the darkest of my thoughts. No matter what I'm feeling, I know there will always be theater.
Theater is something that everyone should try once.
Theater is. Theater is. Theater is.
I use theater to be creative and be myself because it makes me feel safe. Everyone can be safe. Theater's a safe place and an outlet for people to be themselves and forget about the pressures of daily life. Theater is expression and home. Theater is a thing that helps someone discover who they really are and be the person they've always dreamed of. Theater is healing.
I hope one day theater will be as open to me as I am to it.
Theater is my air. Theater is my language of choice. Theater is what I make it. Theater is life-affirming. Theater means the ultimate expression of who I am. I believe in the power of theater.
Theater is
Theater is
a slice,
a slice of life.
a state of mind,
Storytelling with mind, the body, and soul.
it's a way for me to express my creativity, make lasting friendships, and just have fun.
A place for efficiently possibility, words on worlds.
An invitation to create. Theater is fun.
Fun.
Brimming with emotions and change they may beget, stories and devotions the world should not forget. A gathering to share stories about who we are. A gathering to tell stories about life's journey. Theater is something I've been doing since I was 5. It's something I love doing and a great escape from reality. Theater is creative. I hope that one day theater is something that everyone can enjoy.
Theater is a way to express your feelings through actions and words.
Theater is a place where you can escape from reality.
And dialogue can be had respectfully.
Theater is a place where you can explore different personas or characters different from who you are.
Theater is collective creation. It's the playwright's words, the director's vision, the actor's interpretations, and the audience's collective sighs as they see something of themselves in what they see on stage.
It's a community of inclusion where everybody is accepted.
Holding a mirror up to society and enriching our humanity.
Theater is a place where you can present topics or issues, but in a different light.
So now we all need to still be in this together, even as we have to remain apart. Theater is connection. It allows for a connection between the actors and their audiences, their community.
Theater is unique.
Enduring.
Adaptable.
Essential.
Theater is alive and well in the state of Florida.
Theater is a container for expression, family, and change.
Imaginary risk realized in real life action.
Theater
Is my
Superpower.
Theater is we.
Theater is us.
Theater is all.
Hi again, I'm Elizabeth. I'm an assistant professor of theater at University of Central Florida, and I was one of the directors of the piece that you just watched.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Katsadouros. I'm the curriculum manager for Orlando Repertory Theater, and I co-directed the piece alongside Elizabeth.
And I am Sage Tokach. I'm a graduate student at UCF in the Theater for Young Audiences MFA program, and I was the video editor.
So we wanted to share a little bit of our process with you, and we'll provide greater details in a written document that we'll give you access to at the end of this chat. But we really just wanted to describe in a bit more detail what it means to devise and create theater in a virtual space. We all love devising, but we feel at home in a theater. So some of the things that we're exploring in this process is, how do we build ensemble? How do we capture creative play in rehearsal? How do we use Zoom creatively in performance? How do we accommodate varying levels of technical literacy? And how do we create efficiently, recognizing that nobody wants to spend all day in Zoom? So we'll share a quick overview of that process now. The first thing that we did was we collected text for our performance. And for that, we reached out to all of you and we asked you to provide written text in response to the prompt, "Theater is."
From there, we moved into rehearsals. We only had 2 one-hour rehearsals with our ensemble, and we used that time to not only build ensemble, but to create, to explore movement, and to really get ourselves thinking about any and all of the possibilities that this piece could become. So that first rehearsal was spent not only inviting our participants to better understand this process, to do some ensemble building, as you'll see within the lesson plans, but to also take the time to respond to the prompt themselves and start to brainstorm. What are some characters that might be having these conversations? Where are these conversations happening? What is this piece really about? And so that invited them to do a submission, making a couple submissions of their own that Elizabeth and I had the opportunity to cultivate, connect, and collaborate upon.
Yes, so it was from there, all of the text that we had gathered and all of the creative input from our acting ensemble that allowed us to get to know them as artists. Who are our artists who speak sign language, or who are dancers, or who are musicians? And so it was all of that kind of raw material that Maria and I used to craft the script that we then brought to our second rehearsal.
And during that second rehearsal, we had the opportunity to read through this script, I think just once in its entirety, because we also spent the other half of the rehearsal cultivating a movement piece. And I think that it was so important that we took the time to continue to find moments that would traditionally be so easy and accessible within a traditional rehearsal space, and challenge ourselves and push ourselves to continue having those, despite the fact that we had, a lag on Zoom, and despite the fact that, for some of our ensemble members, it was their first rehearsal, but we really prioritized a lot of the things that we know and love about a traditional rehearsal.
Yeah, and the beauty of Zoom is that we can see everybody all together on one screen, even with the lagging. So we were able to record the group pieces all together and have that feeling of ensemble and the feeling of being in the same room. And then from there, the actors all filmed their own videos at home in their own location so they could control their lighting, they could control their own sound. The tricky part of that is that you don't always have your acting partner in the room with you. So the actors did an excellent job of pausing and talking to that imaginary other to create the same sense of connection and continuity.
We're so excited to be able to share all of the activities that we utilize during this time so that you all can go on to continue to create and cultivate together.